Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Welcome to your new year. Happy birthday. Happy new year. You have a lot of amazing cards here. And before, when I was even shuffling, I could feel really just satisfied and happy. So I think you're really going to be starting a new energetic cycle that brings you a lot of joy. And I think that you're probably, a lot of you, already experiencing some peaks. It's like you get a glimpse of what is coming and you can feel really excited. Now, there's definitely an energy here of pause and slow down. And I think that's because Mars is retrograde right now. Mars is still retrograde. So there's not a rush to do a lot today. This is more about you. There's like two layers here. Like one of the layers is about you wrapping things up and recognizing what it's time to let go of and how to surrender that. I think you're finding more peace and tranquility. Oh my God, excuse me, I'm like burping. When I do energy work on other people, I burp a lot when we're releasing. So you are definitely moving into a new chapter, and you have the Death card here. You also have the 10 of Coins reverse. Okay, so this combination is definitely an energy of release and renewal, which makes sense because we're starting a new year. Technically, the actual energetic new year begins in March when we hit Aries season. So I think you should really look forward to that time for the big changes. But there is something in your energy field right now that is welcoming a lot of shift. So maybe some of you have this opportunity. I want to focus on your first two cards, okay? The first two were the Three of Wands and the 10 of Cups, which is beautiful. This is a lot of joy, a lot of excitement. This is opportunity and understanding that whatever you've been building towards, it's going to really start to come back as a result, and you're going to be feeling good about it. And I feel like it's going to lead you to, or there's new opportunities coming in that will lead you to maybe reconnecting with family in a new way. Maybe this past holiday season, you had some beautiful moments with people that you haven't had in a long time. I just saw 222 on the clock also. There's definitely opportunity here. I'm hearing for some of you to start a family. So maybe you're thinking about having kids or more children, or thinking about the next step in a serious relationship. Maybe there's new commitments or ideas about the future, or maybe you're not ready to do that now, but you're noticing like, wow, I'm starting to feel like I can almost plan for the future with this person, or I'm seeing that there's possibilities for me in all these different ways that I didn't see before. That Three of Wands really is a card about dreaming. And what's beautiful is that the supportive card below it is the Magician, which is the number 1, right? So this is about you really entering a new energy, entering a new chapter. And with the new year, with your birthday, there's a lot of shifting here. This Magician is the number 1, and that number 1 is about a new cycle. So either way, you are starting a new cycle. And part of the beauty connected to the Magician is understanding your power, understanding your own ability to create the life that you want for yourself and for others. So this is really beautiful. Now, what's also really nice about this combination is that below that, as a secondary support, we have this, the Page of Coins. So this is also about starting a new cycle. Beside that, we have the Lovers. So there's definitely opportunity here for you to make a choice about which direction you want to move towards. So maybe you are planning a trip or planning something related to your work or your career or whatever. There's like an overall energy here of 2 doors opening, and you really get to pick one. I don't think that you could pick the wrong one. There's like, both of them are correct, if that makes sense. They're both going to have different learning. But don't get stressed out thinking you're going to pick the wrong thing. Like, you're not. And if you notice that you start something and later down the road you want to change your mind, then change your mind. That's totally fine. That's part of the learning experience and the learning required from one of these doors anyways. So you really are at a fork in the road. You're really noticing a fork in the road. But what's beautiful about that is that I'm hearing for a lot of you, it's like there's new breath in a relationship. So that could show up in two ways. One of them, you could meet a new person and feel like, wow, this collaborator, this lover, this friend, or reconnecting with family or whatever is like, well, the reconnecting is actually the second category. So that's what I was going to say later. So the first thing is a new person. The second thing is an existing person who you already know, but seeing them through a new lens, or your relationship gets a reset with this person in some way. So there's two ways. It could be both for you depending on what you're experiencing right now. But there's this like refreshing energy that allows you to experience a new perspective, new energy, new excitement with a new person, or new excitement with someone from your past, and it's just feeling overall positive and exciting again, right? So there's a lot of new energies here. We also have that death card, which talks about an ending. The 10 of coins talks about an ending, but when I see the 10 of coins, I feel like it is breaking free from any of the old energies that kept you stuck in the same loyalties that your family and your ancestors carried before you. So maybe for some of you, you noticed that maybe your grandparents were like immigrants and they arrived at a new land, and then they were in scarcity and fear about how they're going to survive. And then your parents became, the same. They have that fear about making money, or just old ways of thinking that you just don't really want to follow anymore. This 10 of coins is saying like you're done with processing your emotions the same way that your family always did. Or this is an opportunity for you to break from tradition, let's say. Okay. And maybe some of those traditions are not good traditions. It's like my mom was always scared of XYZ, and you just integrated that and we're running with that forever. Well, now it's an opportunity for you to break that loyalty and to say like, I'm not going to carry this. I'm not going to carry this forward anymore. I just don't want to. So that's really helpful. So when we see a 10 reverse, that's also the ending of that cycle. So to really emphasize, and you have the Fool card here as well, okay, the Fool. So the Fool, we have a new start. This is reversed because it's a little bit delayed, which is fine because, as I already said, Mars is still retrograde. So we really have from now until like February, mid-February, to get a better idea about really what we want to be doing with ourselves. We could be feeling a little bit separate from community or separate from people. I'm feeling like we could feel alone, not necessarily lonely, but we could be feeling like we just need more time to recluse and sort of just be like, okay, what do I really want to do with myself? And with this 6 of Swords, like you're really moving. Like some of you could be actually moving, but like you are really finding new land. You are finding new people. You are being asked by the universe to reconnect with yourself and the inner sort of discovery and the passion for creating something new. So there's a lot of creation energy here, right? You've got that Page of Pentacles, which is about you planting a seed. You have the Magician, the number 1, which is about you creating a new cycle. You have the Death card, the Fool card, the 10 of coins reversed. Like there's a lot of energy here of endings and new beginnings. So at least under this new year, I hope you have already set your intentions, okay? Especially you, because we just had a new moon in Capricorn. Actually, if you missed the new moon in Capricorn workshop, if you download my intention setting workshop, it includes both. We did like a little bundle. For you, this is very important because it's your new moon. And we just passed it like literally 3 days ago. So that energy is still strong. So I'm going to tag it here. I'm going to actually tag the intention setting workshop because I think that's more important for you. But we're still doing that under this new moon because we just had it 3 days ago. So it's kind of like a double. So anyways, and you'll get both. You can watch both. You have a lot of options. these options can feel overwhelming. The options, they could feel overwhelming because there's so many different ways that they could unfold. And it's like, we're a little bit nervous, but I want you to release the idea, let go of the idea that you could make the wrong decision. You can't. Whatever you are meant to learn, you will learn, and you will, even if you need to adjust or change your mind about something in the future, just go for it. Just try something and you'll know how you feel. How you feel is then what you decide to do. So if you're noticing you're feeling good, you decide to continue. If you're noticing you're feeling not so good, then you change your mind. But you still tried, you still learned something, and that learning will be applied to the future creation. So it's not a waste of time or energy, okay? Keep that in mind. The last card I want to talk about here is you really, and you've got a Knight of Wands. We have a Knight of Wands, and we have the Chariot, which is a card connected to Cancer energy, okay? You are really being asked to establish and take action in you creating safe space for yourself. I just saw 11:11 on the clock, okay? Your priority for the next month, let's say, maybe it's the next 6 months or this whole year, is to establish. Sorry, my cat's trying to like climb something. He's like swinging. I'm like, is to establish whatever safety and security means for you. When you prioritize establishing that foundation, later you can build on it. But right now, your goal is to establish safety and security in your body, in trusting yourself, in your home environment, in your work environments, in your friendship and family. So whoever you are connecting with now, you need to reestablish those boundaries and you need to create safe space for yourself. That is the primary foundation, and later you will build on it. Okay? If you are still here because this is resonating, and if you're interested in seeing your horoscope for the full year ahead, you can now download the tarot forecast for 2025. It includes a reading for your sun, moon, and rising sign. There's a monthly breakdown, a yearly breakdown, the numerology. It's incredible. And you buying that actually supports me being able to continue doing this work and to provide you with these free readings every month. So I really appreciate when you guys support me because it allows me to do this work for real. I also have a team of people, so you're really helping. Like, that money is going to a lot of people and a lot of different communities. We donate a lot. Like, there's a lot of beautiful things that we do with your resources and your support. So I really thank you for that. But if you're interested in your 2025 tarot horoscope, download your 2025 tarot forecast now. I will tag it here. Make sure that you definitely watch that new moon or set your intentions under this new moon because it's a very important moment for you. I love you. I will see you very soon. Share this on your Instagram. That's an easy way to help and support me for free. And yeah, I'll see you very soon. Okay, let me know in the comments if this was helpful. Ciao.